This is my video response to Lenty 2000's last video that he put out about what woke him up to prepping and some of the reactions that he's gotten from his friends and family. And I would have to say that what woke me up, well, what started all this was when my son was born about 2.5 years ago, and it started with a medical kit. I wanted to have a medical kit in my house that was more substantial than a box of band-aids. And so I told my wife, I said, this is what I'm going to do. And she said, great, fantastic idea, run with it. And so I started researching medical kits online. And then I stumbled across survival kits and bug out bags. And I thought that's great. Also, maybe that's something good for the house or good for the car. Something grab and go. And and through my research online, I found survivalblog.com and James Wesley Rawls, and his website and both the books that he wrote, How to Survive the End of the World as We Know It and The Patriot. And both those books I've read several times. I've suggested other people read it and given them out as gifts. But after reading his book, that's what really woke me up. That's what made me realize how grossly underprepared I was for anything substantial that could anything bad that could happen. And I realized that I had to start preparing. I didn't know what a prepper was at the time, and I just started reading his book and kind of following along, and I wanted to learn more, and I read more books, and that started. I started sleeping better at night once I started educating myself a little more, and so I told my wife about it, and she had kind of one of those she looked at me like I had seven heads, and I just told her, I said, this I want to do this so I can feel better, and I can sleep better at night, and she just okay, whatever, you crazy. And so I did more research, and I was reading more and doing more research online, and I stumbled across the YouTube, and I found Yankee Prepper's channel. And the thing about Yankee Prepper's channel is, for me, it puts everything that I was learning into action. And it really was, I took it from learning about it in a book and experimenting a little bit here and there on my own, and really just the whole scope of what can actually be done as a prepper and why it should be done. And I started watching his channel, almost when he started. I've been watching it for a while, and and other survival and prepper channels. Some are good, some are bad, and and I was telling my wife about this, and I was saying, oh, this is what we should do, and it's okay. Well, next time you go shopping, grab more cans of food, and I would go out, and I was giving her little bits of information, and kind of trying to bring her into what I was doing, and show her what really needed to be done, and explaining, hey, listen, if this goes down, if something happens, we need to be prepared. We need to be able to survive. I don't want to have to run away, or whatever it is that happens. I want to be prepared. I want to be able to take care of myself and my family. And slowly she's been getting into it. I mean, I took her to the cannery. Sometimes she actually, she'll explain it to other people when they talk about it. So she's listening to me. She may not be actively participating in things, but I know she's listening. And so I give her little bits of information. I give her little things every now and then, because I don't want to overwhelm her, and I don't want her to get think that it's a bad idea. If you drown somebody in too much information, they'll just, they just back off. And you have to give them a little bit of education, a little bit at a time. And as far as my friends and family are concerned, my family's been supportive of what I do. And I don't sit there and say, oh, well, I'm a prepper and I'm preparing for the worst thing in the world. And I just say, hey, listen, I'm doing this because if anything happens, I want to be able to take care of my kids and my wife, and my family. And that's, they really understand that more than anything. As far as my friends are concerned, I've gotten the whole gambit on, I've gotten the negative and I've gotten the positive responses, and with the positive responses, I talk to these people and they're, I agree with you. I think it's great, and I'll say, here, you need to read this book, or you need to just, jump on YouTube and, and check it out, educate yourself, learn things online. And, the people, the cons, I say, hey, listen, this is what I do, and why do you even bother? And I ask them, I say, hey, listen, do you own do you own a flashlight? Yeah, I own a flashlight. Well, why do you own a flashlight? Well, in case the power goes out. Well, and I say, hey, listen, well, I own a lot of flashlights, and I own this stuff because just in case I can't get to the, supermarket, or the supermarket's not there, and or I have a gun because I want to be able to protect myself, because if the police can't get to my house or don't want to come to my house, then I will be there to protect my family. And they understand that. Some people, oh, okay, I see your point, and whatever. And other people are just, they're hopeless. And you know what? If that's the case, I won't bring it up again, and I won't talk about it again with you, and don't talk about it again with me. If that's the bubble you want to live in, fine, that's great. So, that's really that's the reactions that I get, and that's really what kind of woke me up is, the different things, the survivalblog.com, Yankee Prepper's website, and my kids being born, and that to me is the most important thing. That's my job right now, is to take care of my kids, and that's and that's it. And so that's my story. All right, Lenny, talk to you later.